Hello, everyone. My name is Lexi, otherwise known as the Black Girl Mage. This is the final installation of the Strix, the first arc at least. I'm here with my amazing players, and they're all going to introduce themselves, starting with CJ.
Hello, everyone. I am CJ, also known as Scholastic Dragon. Almost said the Scholastic Dragon. That's not quite it. You can catch me on the internet at Scholastic Dragon. That's Scholastic like the book fair, Dragon like the mythical creature. If you don't know what the Scholastic book fair is, I cannot help you. And drop the on Dragon when you search for me on Twitter, TikTok, and that's about it.
I'm next. um, I'm Austin. You can find me on Twitter at Austin. It's at Sailor SCT Austin. I don't have much else. CJ's intro is really funny.
Who are you playing?
Oh, I'm playing Lamar Jenkins. They're a divine soul sorcerer. They've never done anything wrong in their entire life. Pronouns are he. I know how to do an intro, okay? I was testing you. Lamar's pronouns are he, they. My pronouns are he, they, she. That's how you do an intro, everybody else. You're all welcome.
I don't know how to do an intro, but I'm playing Amethyst Wilson, the incomparable cleric. She, her, and my pronouns are they, them.
Amazing.
Guess it's my turn. What's up? I am Sam, just Sam with two M's. My pronouns are she, they, but today I am playing Soleil, our favorite campus plug, as well as Plant Ho. They are an Earth Genasi druid, and they use they, them pronouns.
Yes, it's me. What's up, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. You can find me at WALLE132, like the cute little Disney robot, pretty much where I'm being your most enthusiastic person on the internet who will uplift you and your grandmommy and the food that she put her foot in. Me, who am I playing? I am playing Dante Bloodforce. They are a dwarf. They are a fighter gunslinger. They haven't done a single thing wrong in their life. And that's where I'm leaving it at that. Oh, and pronouns are he, him also.
Hi, I'm Liv. Cutest girl, cutest pal, best girl, best pal, cutest person on the internet. I'm all of those things. I just got it all. I will be playing Anaya Pierre. She is the bard of the party. She is specifically a bard from the College of Spirits. So, you've got your plant hoe, now you got your crystal hoe. She uses she, her pronouns. I use she, they pronouns. And you can follow me on Twitter at Live in a Day to see where I pop up next. I go around from channel to channel being a menace and role playing.
And now it's my turn. Great. Mic is still working. Hello, I'm Izzy. That's one I and two Z's and a Y. If you needed to spell it for whatever reason, not to be confused with the soda, you can find me on the internet, mostly Twitter, Z_mist, Mr. the Y because fantasy. I'll be playing Jelani Williams using pronouns she, they, which are also my pronouns. A changeling monk of the something something that I'm going to remember for real for the next season. She's mostly never done anything wrong in her life, with the exception of that one time when she Millie rocked too aggressively and just kind of bopped someone in the head. But it happens.
Perfect. With that, let's go ahead and dive into our game. So, last time you all began with a high intensity competition after getting through some Archanian trials. You found yourselves in the kind of the side arena known as the Aragant Stadium. It was this kind of sanded arena with levels going up above and levels going down into the floor, so you could kind of get different heights for combat advantage. You didn't really know what you'd be doing there until the lights came on and you saw 6 other students, NPCs that you all specifically know as the other half of the Tertius. We immediately rolled initiative, but This cutthroat combat turned into an evolution of inner conviction and external conflict. It came to a head as the final question, the most essential question, was answered. How far are you willing to go to win and succeed? Things got extremely tense. People died, not fully knowing at first, but it settled on your chest how heavy this was, how heavy your conviction really sat with you, until we came down to two students, Anaya and Lamar, who both stood in this silent arena waiting for their next steps. The Archanian agents that you had turned to before asked or told you, prove that you're worthy, prove that you're not done, prove that you're meant to be here. And Lamar conveyed immediate anger towards the Archanaia. Anaya had different plans, but the event kind of ended, and you all found yourselves and the other students awake, alive, able to breathe, and the only way you could recover, the only way that you could decompress and comprehend these acts was to leave the Aragont Stadium and head towards that nameless college diner that always appears at just the right time. You met some people, you talked. Jay specifically did not feel like they should stay, but was drawn back, and that's where we're gonna start our session. You all are at this diner, completely. It's the floors are white, but still extremely dirty. Mopping doesn't make sense here. There are some adventurers. Dante specifically talked to one who was interested in them and kind of lended some help to the situation, but for the most part, you all are kind of in a corner. There is this kind of rounded diner booth, and you've brought an extended table and pulled up some chairs. You have time to kind of speak however you would like to whoever you would like, but we start at that exact moment after the last episode ended.
We had joined up with the other 6 students in the.
Yes. So you have Rubina, Mina, sitting at the table across from you all. They are hand in hand. Xander sits at the end of the table. His chair is scooted out just a little bit, not facing anyone really, staring off into the rainy distance, this landscape that has now unfrozen. You see Shuvadri is walking around healing and laying on hands and things like that. Aurora is arms crossed, sat in the center of the booth, and Grayson also has a chair that's kind of kicked out, scanning faces, looking around.
As Javadri is like walking from person to person, healing someone, the next time she like turns around to heal someone, Dante is there, and he hands her a glass of water. Here, you should stay hydrated if you're going to be healing everyone. I don't know if there's like an actual correlation between hydration and using magic, but it's good to stay hydrated. And like you see him just hold up this glass of water, like gives it a little shake because he's much shorter.
Mm-hmm. Shivadri takes it, says, "Thank you. Are you okay? You doing all right?"
Yeah, you know, most anyone can be after being in heated combat with fellow classmates. I mean, I was using blank rounds the entire time.
Her face. She doesn't.
It was a joke
She's still.
because you know I wasn't trying to really hurt anyone.
I don't think any of us were trying to hurt anyone. I mean, this is complex. Do you need any healing?
I I'm
Do you need
I
anything?
mean, yeah, I got a little scratch, but I can walk it off. I just I just wanted to, check on you because you you're uh, he like kind of like he looks like he's trying his best like to formulate these words, like he's trying to really let this out, like he's letting down a bit of the armor here. He looks up at her and he says, you're one of the better ones out of all of us, and I don't think you realize it. A lot of people give you shit because you're always walking around campus helping people out. You erase paint off of walls. You make this place just better to go to, and I don't think a lot of people appreciate you for that, but I just want to let you know that I really appreciate you for what you do, and the fact that you're helping everyone out here after everything we went through, and the fact that you're healing everyone it's a big deal. So don't let people give you shit about everything that went down tonight. I mean, you did what you do at its best, and that's to help people. So whatever happens, just know that you stuck to your convictions, and that's good.
I appreciate you. I really do. I think that I stuck to my convictions, of course. But I think that it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. But I can wake up tomorrow and I can wash more paint off the walls. And I can heal my friends. And I can do what I can. And I can drink water with you. And that can be enough for now. And
I mean,
I've never really felt like anybody else saying anything mattered. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. But I feel like this time, my convictions, it caused a lot of pain.
yeah, I got a lot of things to talk about with other people about all this. But if you ever do want to get more water, I'm always nearby a faucet.
I know where to find you. She's gonna lean forward. She's not going to hug you, but she'll just put one wing around your back and kind of... yeah, it's kind of a hug, but one wing behind your back.
He gives her a hug right back, and he looks up at her and it's like, I gotta go talk to my, check out my other friends.
Of course. You regain 6 hit points. She cure wounds with a hug. She walks away. She walks over to Xander and puts a wing behind his back, and the two begin talking. But you sit down at the table.
Mentioning Xander, I was gonna go walk over to Xander, unless it seems like they're like, don't come over here, like as those two are talking.
Give me an insight check towards Xander.
First roll, that is
First roll
plus 4, 15.
15. Xander seems aloof. Xander seems off-put. Xander does not seem like themselves. They are social. They are usually the sun at the center of the universe of every gathering. And for once in Xander's life, even how their chair is positioned, how they've turned their entire body, they don't seem like that is their intent anymore. And you even see they had these long dreads, fire genasi dreads that burn with embers kind of falling off. They are a very dull glow. You could still approach and talk, but they just seem a little aloof, need to be grounded.
I get up and I go to, and I think I see that, and I turn around, I go, hey, Amethyst?
Yeah, Amethyst, like, drinks some water. Yeah,
I
what's
just
up?
point over at Xander. I don't know if, like, me or someone should go talk to Xander, right? If you or someone. I was going to, but I don't know if it. Have you ever seen him like that?
Only a few times when we were younger. On really bad days.
Is it? Should we leave him alone?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna talk to him. I walk over.
Okay, you walk over.
I'm gonna. Is his chair just like facing a window, or is it like facing another table, or?
He is like at the end of the table, so like I said, it's this like curved diner booth, and then the table extended. He's at the almost like the head of the table, except as if the head of the table was just turned a little bit. So he is not facing you all at the table. He's a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
take a chair
back.
from a different
So
table then and
yeah.
put it in front of him, if there's room.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I know we don't talk a ton, and I'm gonna be real, I don't remember how you feel about me at all at this exact moment, but you seem horribly depressed, so I'm here to see if I could be of any assistance to you as someone else with a fire in their heart, so.
To be honest, I'm still like comprehending everything that went on because it's kind of a lot. I don't know. I don't have any bad feelings towards you or
Oh,
anyone
sick.
here. Anyone here, and you see, he looks around the table and he sees you all drinking, being quiet, taking care of your wounds, talking to each other, and he looks around and you watch him look around and tears grow into his eyes, and you just, I don't have anything against anyone.
No, I mean, that's cool. You just
But
seem
yeah,
very,
yeah.
I don't know if you're someone who like needs to be alone when you get like this, or if you want to talk. I don't want to impose my desire to help on your desire to be alone to make myself feel better, you know?
Yeah. I kind of, I kind of just want to talk to Amethyst. I think that's
Yeah.
it. I appreciate you for coming over here.
You
I'm
don't have
sorry.
to be sorry.
I just don't feel here
No,
right now.
super
So this
chill.
is
Yeah, I'll send a message to Amethyst conveying that he wants to talk to you, so like everyone has never heard me say that.
Yeah. I can like respond, right? Yeah. She sends a message back. Yeah, I figured.
And I'll just get up and go sit somewhere else nondescript.
okay. He does dap you up. He's gonna
Yeah,
attempt to dap
I'll
you up
dap
if
him
you
up.
allow him to. He appreciates you. Yeah. Amethyst, you get this message. What would you like to do?
I think, well, Amethyst would like kind of like scoot out of the booth, like past whoever she's sitting near, and then kind of like, I'm assuming Xanther's like looking at me,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like points and then just like gestures to outside.
Okay. Xander gets up. Metal chair just scrapes against the tiles. He takes his water and he starts leaving out the door.
Yeah. And is it raining? Was that
It is
okay?
raining.
We don't
It is
stand outside.
raining.
We stand like in that in between spot of like door here, like outside there,
Yeah.
inside here.
The roof is at a slant, and so the rain comes down. It is cascading down and coming off of the lip of this roof. And you step outside and you're underneath the kind of like lip of that roof. The water is just dripping down around you, and you two are standing outside in this dull, kind of dark, grim night. Your cousin kind of a very like old coal glow in front of you. He crosses his arms in the chill of the rain, and the rain it's not silent around you.
Yeah.
There's loud rain, but he you sit in silence for a little bit. You just hear the rain, how it hits the ground, and he says, "I'm so sorry."
For
He turns away a little bit. Since we were kids, I remember when I first started playing with fire. I remember it. I was so young and I was so small, and everyone kept saying that I was the runt of the litter, and everyone kept saying I was just the smallest out of all the siblings, you know that. And I remember the first day I was able to reach into fire. And my mom, she got so scared. But then I pulled out this coal and she looked at it. She saw something special. She said I was special. And I knew something was special about me. And I remember the day that you got the call of the forge. It's not long after. I remember the day I reached my hand into the fire and pulled out simple coal, and you reached your hand into the fire and pulled out a masterwork. And I tried so hard. I did what I could. I came here. I begged my mom to send me here. I begged her. And it wasn't this all I don't know about everything else that happened in there. I don't. I don't know about anyone else. I don't know about any choices. I don't know what happened. I just know that something like deep and ugly and old in me came out. And I never thought it would look like that. And I you don't have to forgive me. You don't. But I don't think I've ever really thought about if that would ever actually affect you or us. And I'm sorry. That's it.
And I think Amethyst just kind of like lets them sit in the silence for about a minute and kind of looks at him. I think we're like in each other's eyes and says, Do you know what's it? Do you know what's necessary to make a great weapon? Coal, iron, brass, metals, a forge man, and fire. There's no way we would have known what we were going into. And I get it. Being around is hard. But I think you need to think back on what Auntie said and realize that you are still special. Because I can't do anything. I can't make great weapons without fire. And just kind of puts a hand on Xanther's shoulder. I'm not upset. I honestly kind of figured it was you. There's nobody really knows me here. And whether that's a strength or a weakness, I wouldn't have expected anyone else to, I choose Amethyst. The weird fucked up things that happen at this weird fucked up powerful school are...
That's not normal. I know it's second year and all, but this is not. And I knew something was coming. I'd heard from the upperclassmen, and you're not supposed to talk about that stuff, but I've heard from upperclassmen that it's something. Yeah.
I think we both better get used to what's not normal if we're gonna be here. Because if that's the beginning, then I don't know what the future holds. And what I do know is I would love to keep you in that future. I'm gonna try to take the advice of future me and stick with them. And she kind of looks into the diner and stick with you. And she kind of opens up her arms for a hug.
Xanther just fire Janazi tears rolling down his face. Not normal, not lava, not fire like you would think. Still very wet tears, but little flecks of orange light kind of going through, letting you know, almost like bioluminescence, how much they've cried. They embrace you, and you both just breathe for a second, and you see that he was holding a lot of tension in his body, but he just lets the fresh air out. His hair revitalizes and starts to go back. And he says, I know that I want you in my life too. And I promise you that this won't happen again. We need each other way more than I need you. I do. And you are my lifeline, and you are both the person I compare myself to and the person that I love the most, and all of those things. And if you're not there with me, and if I'm not there with you and for you, I don't know what I have. So thank you for still believing in me, even you didn't have to. You don't have to. It was fucked up.
I believed in you since you believed in yourself. And I believe in myself a little bit more too, so keep that in mind. And she just kind of like flips
Claps
him.
you on the
Yeah.
back. Yeah. Absolutely. Do you head back inside?
Yeah.
Okay. While their conversation is going on, I would love to hear where everyone's minds are at and who they would like to speak to. So, um, let's start. So, Lamar already kind of spoke to Xander. Is there anyone else you're specifically looking to start a conversation with?
I will probably try and talk to, in terms of NPCs, Aurora, and I'm open to any PC
Yep.
wanting to talk to me. I'm like thinking about talking to Anaya, but like we have a whole nother, like we aren't gonna just exist in this diner forever and then leave. So
Okay.
at least for, I assume you mean in this
Ev-
scene we're in currently. Yeah,
just right now, in between
Yeah,
this
that
time.
would be it for like right now.
Okay. Are you trying to have a private conversation with Aurora? Or is this everyone?
I'd probably message her first if we're still staying on me.
Mhm.
I'd
Yeah.
probably just message her and trying to convey like, do you want to talk here or talk somewhere else?
Perfect. You get a response, unlike last time. You get a response that says, "Would love to talk." Where?
I get up and go to an empty booth.
Okay. She follows wordlessly. You see, she says something. She's sitting next to, or she's sitting in the center of the booth. So she has to she like flicks Grayson in the face, and he like, ow, gets up, and then she moves,
You love it.
but goes and sits down next to you.
Wait, what? You said Grace?
No, Aurora. Aurora comes and sits down next to you.
I was like, Grayson sits down? Oh, okay.
That'd be funny.
That different combo.
Mhm. You're telling me that we just went through that whole thing. The only thing you have to say is you good?
I mean, it conveys a lot more than like the way you say it makes it sound like it doesn't convey what I'm trying to convey. What I'm trying to convey is checking in on your current mental, emotional, and physical status. But saying it like that sounds like cold.
Mm-hmm. It's a little cold, Lamar. It's a little cold.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. How are you feeling?
Honestly, fully, I am just more worried about everyone else because I don't feel too
Because you lived, right?
shaken up. No, not necessarily because I live, but because we got sent there to do a thing, and it wouldn't make sense for them to be sending us to do a thing to actually create harm. So I assumed it was some illusion or some sort of magical effect they put us under, and then we would be woken up when the test was over. It just makes logical sense.
Did it work out logically?
Yeah, they turned around and were like, no more violence, and I was like, okay, that's not really what you told us to do. I shot at them, they disappeared, and then everyone got up.
Okay. Listen. I love your logical mind. I do. I think it's one of the best things about you. I think the way you think about the world, the way you move in your own path is admirable. It's I want to know how you are. And I would like to talk about what happened because this is And she looks over at the table and says, "This is not okay." And I want to be at the top, and I'm not afraid to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you right
Mm-hmm.
there with me. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
this is different.
So wait. So wait. So you want to be at the top,
Yes.
but not by any means necessary.
No. No.
Okay.
I
I'm no. I'm just clarifying. I'm making sure that we're on the same page. You asked how I'm doing. I mean, I am doing okay because when it started, I centered myself.
mhm.
So I am more worried about you and everyone else. So I wanted to check in with you. I checked in with Xander. Was like flame gone out,
Yeah.
and then I'm checking with you. Well, checking with other people at other points in time. I'm doing this because I care about people, and so I'm checking in.
That all had a question mark at the end of it.
It seems like you think I'm not checking in and not being truthful and saying that I'm okay. Like you think I shouldn't be okay, and I can understand why one would think that, but I'm not
You don't
lying
you don't have to be
or
Xander. You don't. And you don't have to be Grayson, who's just sitting over there like nothing fucking happened. Like this is just another walk in the park. Um I think I'm just maybe this conversation is not we've been trying to talk for some time. And I think that maybe the frustration from what we've been trying to talk about and what I've been deflecting you from is maybe coming into this. I understand that this probably wasn't as hard hitting for you because for some reason it was extremely realized. Um, and for some people, it realized way too late. And I promise you that I'm hearing what you're saying, that you're okay, and that you're centered and grounded in yourself, and I appreciate that about you. It's just this is fucked up. This is
yeah,
it's
yeah,
fucked up. And now we're in a
yeah.
diner and we're just sitting here and we're acting like everything is okay. And
I don't think anyone's acting like things are okay. I think we're trying to grab onto a sense of understanding and normalcy. We we couldn't stay there. It doesn't make sense to go home and be separated. So we are just trying to find a way to get back to what we know. And it won't happen tonight. It won't happen tomorrow. And it won't happen next week. We're going to be different forever. What we're trying to do, or what I'm trying to do with you, Aurora, is figure out what that difference looks like. I can't do it for you, but I'd like to help.
so, what do you want right now?
Right now, I would like to know how you are doing and what could be helpful to you. And if that is not talking to me, that is fine.
I feel uh I feel pretty hurt, and I felt like nothing has ever fucking touched me. I feel like nothing's ever gotten into my head before. I feel like things have never been so real.
Difficult?
Difficult. That's it. And I think I'm I think I'm trying to find solidarity that was difficult. I'm trying to find the understanding that was hard, and that what we did back there was not okay. And but also this weird part of me is so fucked up because I chose someone, and I was chosen, and I know what happened. I know we I know that we went away, and I am still so I still have this feeling of wanting to move forward with this. And you can't do that for me. You're right. You can't. But I think that we, I really think that all we can do right now is just, I'm going to ask you something. Um, can I hold your hand for 1 minute? It doesn't have to be. I just need, like, we don't have to say anything. You can also say no. I think I just need, I think I need solidarity right now.
Lamar's hand, as she asks for that, puts like their hand is on the table.
Okay. She takes your hand, and she's gonna sit in silence. You can tell by the way that she scans the room, she's looking at everyone. She looks out the window at the stadium that you all exited, and her eyes land on you, and she seems to be resting on her palm.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes a deep breath out, and she's just looking at you.
Yeah, I won't say if she sits in silence. I won't say anything. I'll just do that until she says something or gets up or someone comes to get me or whatever.
She waits a couple seconds till it's been her promised minute, and she's just gonna look at you and say, I know I didn't answer your messages before, and I'm sorry.
I get it.
It's very weird that we went through that, because for a second there, I just, like, I mean, we kind of died, and I just wanted to. God damn it, the fucking chat. Hold up. I need to close the chat. You fucking. I hate you all. God damn it. Okay, close the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I did not experience that, so I don't fully know what you went through in that regard and can't offer solidarity in that, but I can offer solidarity in that I can listen and I can try and learn and I can try and help you understand what that difference means. But I think something you'll need to do, Aurora, is really think, what's it mean to get to the top and how bad do you want it? Because I have a feeling if you stick in it, stuff like that's going to become more normal.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'll ever be okay with that, but um, we can see if. I don't know. I think for right now, everything is just very. It's a lot. We were partying. There's a lot of things going on, and that always puts me in a place. Um, but I think I can. I can think about it.
And the conversation you alluded to, it doesn't have to be anytime soon. And I don't know if it'll go exactly how either of us are thinking. So there's no pressure on this side.
Mm-hmm. No pressure for me either. Thank you for holding my hand.
Anytime.
You two stand up. At least she will stand up. You can do as you like, but she will stand up. She turns around to you and says, I'm going home. I'm not gonna stay. I don't really see a point in staying. Um, so I will be heading out. But
No worries. See you. I'll see you around.
see you around. She turns around, she leaves.
Lamar will stay at this booth alone, and I'll just be over here. I'm not doing anything on camera, so
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna cut over to. I would love to see where Soleil is. Where Soleil? Who are you sitting next to? What have you been doing?
I think right now Soleil has been kind of just like sitting across the chair, just kind of like has their head like or their chin on their hands as they're
Mm-hmm.
looking around, very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing their best to compartmentalize
Yeah.
right now, and also till some of the anger that is brewing against the surface right now. They're kind of stuck between whether or not they go talk to Dante really quick
Yeah.
or if they go speak to Rubina.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guilt is riding in the lane of Rubina
Yeah.
right now.
Um, I would love to see as well. So you're sitting at the table. Where is Dante as well? Are you at the table? You all are at a table together. So if you want to sneak off and have conversations, absolutely. But like at the table, who's there and what's going on?
It's definitely like right after they had the conversation with Shivadri. So they just come
Mm-hmm.
back to the table and they see Soleil, and he just like plops down into the booth next to her and then turns his body and like leans back and puts his head in her lap and is like looking
Mm-hmm.
up at her. And he goes like, "Sup?"
Soleil kind of looks down at Dante and kind of just like briefly like wipes a tear from the corner of their eye. And it's just like none of this shit was supposed to go down the way it did, D.
I'm beginning to think that they intentionally told us nothing about it just for not what happened. I mean, for what's happening right now, I think this is exactly what they want us to go through. And it's kind of pissing me off.
I'm fucking furious. And you can kind of like feel like, you know, that nervous leg bounce that you do when you're like pissed off and want to punch somebody in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's consistently what you're feeling underneath you right now is the leg just kind of like bopping. And it takes them a second to kind of reel their thoughts in for a moment, and it's a long silence for a bit before they finally are like, all my entire life I've heard countless stories. My whole family talks the Archanaia up like it's this big, massive entity that can change your life and take you to heights that you've never been to before. But I just watch people that care about get dropped like flies, and we're just supposed to be okay with that? What the fuck is the purpose? I know I'm the shit. I know what I can give. I know what I bring to the table. And I don't have to do any of this fucking bullshit to prove that. Period. It's not something that I feel the need to do. How the fuck am I supposed to prove I'm the best by offing off my competition and never even getting a chance to show truthfully what I can bring to the table? For this bullshit? For what? Survival of the fittest?
See, that's what's really bugging me about this. Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to be part of this group. Is supposed to be like we're those who will do whatever it takes to win. But it feels like to me that they really wanted us to understand something, that do we really have what it takes to do anything to win? Because that's what it really seems like they were trying to show us, and I don't like that. I don't
I
like
can
the
do.
fact that I gotta hurt someone I care about just to show how intense I am to want to be into something.
And as you're saying that, Anaya and Jay, you two, are you both at the table? Are you witnessing this conversation?
If that's okay, yeah.
Jay is gonna be hovering around the table where Rubina and Mina are.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a separate table.
Yeah, they're all at the table.
Great. So yeah, I mean, if they're in the same area, she could overhear that.
Yeah. See, Jay, you're overhearing this. Anaya, you're at the table with Soleil and Dante.
Yeah, but I definitely Anaya's, I'm gonna be honest, not paying attention fully in kind of her own world, because if I remember correctly, she has an item in her
She
pocket
does.
that
She very much does.
Yeah, I think that's occupying her thoughts.
Burning a
More
hole
than
in your
anything.
pocket as you hear Soleil and Dante continuing what you're saying.
I don't even have words. Honestly. Like, it takes a lot to get me kind of flustered beyond belief.
No, that's right. No, really, it takes a lot.
Why do I have to hurt the people with me in order to do that? I just are you good?
Dante,
And they kind of like look at you pointedly, like very pointedly.
he like looks up at her and he kind of like makes a face of like what do you mean by point of like that pointed, like, yeah, I'm fine, I just talked to Shavadri and I wanted to check in on her, but there are other people I definitely want to talk to. I'm gonna talk to my mom because she's on the council. She's already one of them. And I really want her take on this.
Yeah, I think there might have to be a conversation with mine too.
All right.
If you're good, call me if you need me later. Gotta go talk to Rubina.
The moon's out tonight. I probably will.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later, all right?
Yeah.
He like sits up and he like gives her a hug, like a big tight hug.
And they kind of just like return it, and it's like that very comfortable, familiar hug. Like that hug that we've shared continuously throughout the years, just like kind of leaning on each other type of deal. And Soleil's kind of bop Dante up and walk over to Rubina.
Yeah. Um, Now, Jay, you've kind of been hovering over this booth for a little bit. And I really think that Rubina, Mina, they're kind of just chilling there. Grayson is on the end of the booth, but the two of them are sitting on the opposite end and they are hand in hand. Um, and they seem to just be like kind of quietly talking to each other and like assuring each other about things. Um, but Rubina
You said they're
turns around to see you.
hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
So Jay's gonna just kind of slide in next to them uncomfortably close.
Mm-hmm.
She's not gonna offer a hand immediately, but she will be just kind of like, if you want to hold like, like what do I don't know. If you want to, it's there sort of thing. I'll be like, hey, what's up?
Hi.
Um,
Hi. Mm-hmm.
hey, hi, hey, I just wanted to come and check in on y'all because I saw, I mean, specifically, Rabina, you went you went down real early, and I don't think anyone really got to hit you. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing something important here, but me too. So I just had to come over and make sure that y'all were good. And then for kind of like remember Amina's there. Oh, hey, you
Mina
too.
leans forward, goes, "Hey," in the back. Aurora's just, um, Aurora will take your hand. I don't know, why not? Uh,
Rubina?
Rubina, so sorry, Aurora.
It's like, okay,
Rubina will.
yes.
You're
But
like,
no, that's
sure,
fine.
let's do it. Okay, big booth. Aurora takes your hand. Why not? Um, they scoot over a little bit, trying to give you space in the booth. I'm assuming you don't care and you keep moving in, so you're pretty close to them.
Yeah,
Cool.
slide right on in there.
Rubina says, "Yeah, went down uh pretty early." Mhm.
Are So I'm new here, and maybe this is just a thing y'all do. Like y'all have a party, y'all have some charcuterie, and then y'all go to a secret room and get taken out by invisible thugs. I don't really know how things work. That doesn't sit right with me though, and so I had just wanted to come in and say, hey, sorry about all that.
Uh that's not how things go here normally. It's not. Um this was not something I was expecting. Um I I think I know why you're over here, and I think I know why you're asking me specifically, and I want you to know that I think we're all realizing that doing what our instincts tell us is not exactly the right thing. It wasn't the right thing. Um,
Uh, yeah, no, yeah. My instincts be telling me all kinds of stuff, and I'm like,
mhm.
no, don't do that. Um, what do you mean? You know why I'm over here?
um, and you see her grip Mina's hand a little tighter. And Mina kind of puts her hand on her shoulder, and she just says, "Listen, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know that was gonna happen. I didn't know."
You mean just no? I don't think any of us knew it was gonna happen. We all, I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like dodgeball, but then folks started just dropping before people got dodgeballed. I look. I don't think any of it was cool, but I just wanted to come and say like I'm sorry about what happened before. Um, I hope.
You don't have anything to apologize for. I promise you. It's me who should be apologizing.
Why did you? Were you one of those invisible ghost people? and then laughs like that was a funny joke.
It is gravely still in this room. Like, your friends have just gotten done having this conversation, talking about how fucked up all of this is. Lamar is sitting in a booth by themselves, just Aurora had just gotten up and walking out, having this moment. Xander and Amethyst walking in, having just spoken about this. There is just a stillness in this bar or in
You
this
don't drag
town,
out
and you
that
just
laughter.
laugh.
I just like, and
Far
then no
too
one
long.
responds. It's like, you because you didn't because I made it seem like you had something to do with it, but you didn't, you know, right before.
Jay, I don't. Do you know what happened in there?
I mean, we walked in, we got some instructions. We were gonna play dodgeball, but then I don't know, something interfered and started taking us out instead.
And she's gonna look around at everyone, all of you, and all of her friends as well. Are we just? So are we doing this individually? Are we going to? How are we? We all made choices in there, didn't we?
No, actually.
Is this really something that you want to bring up? Is that really going to make you feel better?
I think everyone deserves to know what choices we made.
Fuck you, Grayson.
Grayson, fuck you. No one wants to talk to you right now, Grayson. Grayson, go away.
Yeah, I did it.
Go away, Grayson. Right
Am
now,
I proud of it?
Grayson's the
Hell
only
no.
person with a
Yeah.
milkshake. Everyone else has water, and he had the gall to go up and get an actual milkshake.
I love that.
And he's in the middle of drinking, and he's like,
Wally adores this. Wally is here.
I am going to
This
give Grayson a
motherfucker got a
noogie.
chocolate milkshake.
I am giving Grayson a swirly.
This dude is probably sitting
mean-
here in the booth with his chocolate milkshake and black and white cookies.
So he's slurping that milkshake.
yeah.
Wait, no, wait.
Like,
The scene is Jay laughing and Grayson slurping the milkshake.
Yo,
He just finished and got up to go get another one.
No, he's at
like, that was a funny joke.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He sits down, and
Yeah.
you all say "fuck you, Grayson."
Yeah,
But
fuck you, Grayson. Woo.
so we're not. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're not saying anything. We're
Do
not
all of this
gonna
at-
talk about it.
What's there to talk
And I
about?
is still
The
looking
fact
at
is
I
everybody.
that-
literally just told you.
Yes, there was there to talk about. We basically went through a situation that obviously they were trying to test to see either if we had what it takes to do whatever it takes to win, and they wanted to see the outcome of it. What we're doing right now, you see all of us sitting in these booths, all debating on what this is what they want from us. They want us to see us deal with this. They want us to see us suffer from everything that we did, and they're going to view it
What
as
did
a
we do?
learning.
Jay.
This is you were all sitting here and we're all trying to cope and we're all coming up with these theories, and I think that is valuable, and I think you're right. I think that it's a fucking trap, and I think that they're trying to get us to come together, which is important because even if we never look at them again, nobody will ever be able to say that they went through what we went through. But right now, Jay, do you have any fucking clue what happened after you dropped?
I assume everyone else did too.
What question did you get asked? What did they ask you?
What question did who ask?
When we started dodgeballing, what question did they ask you? Amethyst,
know
you
what?
as well.
There
Here's
was
the-
What
something, but I don't.
Hey,
was it a
Rubina.
question?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've put it together, but I didn't choose anyone, and I don't think Jay got the choice. So I don't
That's
think you're
what-
going to be able to feel better by yelling at her.
I don't need to make anyone feel better. I'm just realizing that everyone else here has the knowledge of what happened, and is able to move forward. And Jay, you're looking at me and you're apologizing to me as if you did something wrong when you didn't do anything wrong.
Right, but
I don't
none of
need to
us
feel
did.
better.
What are you talking? What kind of
Everyone made
choice?
choices. Everyone. Do you want to know what they asked me? Do you want to know what they asked me? Do you
I
want to know the
don't
questions
know.
they asked me? They asked me, who deserves to be here? And I look around this table and I know some of you got asked that too. I know I wasn't the only person.
You're not.
I don't need to feel better about this.
I don't.
But we need to figure out what it's if it is all a ploy to bring us together, if it's a ploy to rip us apart, the only way we're going to figure it out is with each other.
Okay.
All right, Rubina.
We went into a popularity contest
Basically.
Pretty much.
and people died.
The
Yup.
Archanaia is way more than popularity, but sure.
Basically.
You
We
all
did not
sat
know.
here at this
And yet you still.
and chose.
So
All
here's the
right.
thing. None of us knew what the fuck was going down when
No.
it was going down. They
We
asked
didn't.
us a specific question and wanted our thoughts in relation to it.
No.
I don't like you, Grayson. Period.
This
I
isn't
don't
Grayson.
do
this
it.
is Rubina.
No, I
But
look to Grayson.
you're looking
and I
at
point.
Grayson is
I
still-
turn.
He just
Oh
finished
my
another
God.
I
milkshake.
turn to
He
Grayson.
finished another milkshake.
And I go, I don't fucking like you. I never have. We've never gotten along. But did I want you to get harmed in any of this? Absolutely not.
Are we doing
I mean,
this
I
right
shot
They
his
now?
mouth.
asked us who we wanted to be here. I mean, who didn't deserve to be here, and we answered that. Next thing we knew, people were dropping like flies. They never gave us any type of
And
A plus
that's
B
messed
equals
up.
C, any type of
It's
formulaic
messed
anything.
up.
Okay, so we don't have a formula then. How did you all make your decisions?
Yeah.
What kind of val? Again, I'm new here. I don't want to start off on the wrong foot, but I know y'all have this list. Is you look at that, you assign your value. You can say, the first person is like they get to live, and
No.
what? Me and Amethyst and
No.
Rubina,
No.
we just
You're
All right.
still
you're
kind of
saying
conflating
no,
it. You're kind of well, here's the thing. We didn't know that people's lives were going to be at stake during this. That's the part I think that's I to me how I'm hearing your questioning is how it seems like we knew that this was going to happen, not just a matter of who we think deserves to be here amongst the group. We did not know that decision that we made would equate in genuinely harming another person. That was
Yeah,
never the
but
intention.
I honestly don't think it matters.
And Mina pokes her head forward. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I don't either.
Mina
Because-
pokes her head forward and
Oh,
says,
just I don't
it
either.
doesn't matter whether it was for someone dying or choosing that person gets a paper cut or that person gets a pie in the face or any of that, really. And she looks at you, Anaya, she looks at you, Amethyst, she looks at you, Jay, and she just like nods in agreement.
You all, and maybe it's because I'm new here too, but I don't think any of us get to decide who belongs here. I don't know what type of chips y'all are carrying on your shoulders, but the fact that you were even able to look at each other, anyone in the room, and objectively say, oh, you deserve to be here is, frankly, a loser's attitude. Because they asked me the same question, and you know what I did? I chose none of you. Because A, you all got into the prestigious Strixhaven, whether it be money, status, skill, and then you want to decide who else gets to belong here now. Because I don't know about you all, but I wake up every day and I choose to try and be better. But That's just me.
I think the more important question, and the only question that matters, first of all, isn't even a question we can ask each other. It's a question you have to ask yourself. And the real question is who wants to be here. Because if you want to be here, you can make this work for you. You can figure this out, the school, the Archanaia. You will push yourself if you want to be here. If you want this and you want to be somewhere great,
I don't know
you'll
if I
do it.
do want to be here. I mean,
Oh,
look, y'all had a choice laid out in front of you, and I can appreciate that. You felt like you had to choose, or maybe you didn't. And what happened, happened. It's done. All right. At least I know now that, it's not some mystery dodgeball demon just snatching people out the sky. But I did or didn't do something, I was not the right choice. And now you're sitting here asking me to decide whether I want to keep chilling with y'all at your milkshakes and your fucking what's his Grayson. Fuck you, I guess.
He just okay. All right.
The point is, I don't know. It does not. I can choose myself every time, but in a place where that clearly does not matter, I don't know if I want to be there.
Anaya's going to walk over to Che, um, and like offer out her hands to you.
Yeah, she'll just
Like,
very
you want to take them?
suspiciously.
Yeah, I take it like that, and then put my hand over it. Yes. um, I This was the worst first party you could go to, and I'm genuinely sorry that you got put through this, because this is harrowing. This is not what the school is. And I could talk to you about the Archanaia and all of its opportunities and everything that it could give you, blah, blah, blah. I could do all of that. But I just want you to know that I want you here with us, with our friends. Maybe that's part of the Archanaia, maybe that's not. It's entirely up to you. It's your decision, it's your life, it's your path. But I just hope that what path you do choose is one where we still get to be friends.
Jay just stares at you for a second. Just expression blank, or at least unreadable. And all right, the way I see it, we all lived through this crazy thing and had some brief moments of what could be called backstabbing and or betrayal. But now we have to deal with these negative ass dodgeball gods. And I don't know what kind of order we need to be in to do that. But if me or us taking them down means I need to reposition myself somewhere into your little top echelon, I can do that.
pause.
But I promise you,
Oh, I'm sorry. Let it continue on. Go. I didn't mean for you to exactly pause right then and there. I think Soleil is just kind of like putting their hand up in like a when you're done. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
the way I work, I'm a solid support player. I am here to lift up the team. That's where I vibe. And we'll like point to, I guess, the other hand that is still maybe holding Rubina's hand. It's like, look at me vibing right now. It works a lot better if we're not choosing against each other. I know we didn't mean to, we didn't want to. I'm just saying in the future, maybe we choose the bad guys instead.
I like that idea.
I can agree to that.
And then we'll look at Soleil and immediately lose any of that sort of chill that was just there. And be like, you had a second when I was talking previously, and you had also wanted to say words, and so I wanted to now give you the opportunity to just, if you want, you could do that now or later. It's
Hey, Jay.
yeah.
Jay, you all right? You're all right.
Right,
I
okay.
squeezed Jay's hand.
She's gonna take a two big
Just-
gulp of water and just sort of
Don't drink.
spit
Oh,
in
she
her
drank
lips.
the whole thing. She drank the whole thing. They
I was thirsty.
that had like 20 ice cubes in it.
Quietly choking.
I'm gonna, while I'm still holding their hand, I'm gonna just silently cast guidance on Jay, because God's above. Do
Where
they
were
need
you
help?
when I was in college?
Anyway.
I think Soleil kind of sits back in that for a second because Amethyst is right. We don't get an opportunity to say who should be here and who's not. But also, at the same time, you do not know me. You don't know my history with Grayson. You don't know how I feel, why I feel about Grayson that way. So while I didn't want any of this to ever happen at all, I did not blink twice in naming Grayson, and I won't blink twice in naming him again. That's my own personal issue that I have with him. He knows as of why. You do not. I don't necessarily personally believe it's fair. Well, I feel like while it's some disappointment, there's a tinge bit of judgment in relation to the fact that I did do that. And if you feel that way, you're more than welcome to. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't sit here and expect me to feel sorry for making the decision that I did, because I did it and I meant it.
I think Xander, who is sitting, or Xanther, who is sitting now at the table with you all, says, "Listen, you can feel bad. You can not feel bad. You can move forward from this night or from today and sleep like a rock tonight, knowing that you made the choices you would make tomorrow and the day after. You can not ever sleep again, knowing that the name that popped into your head was someone who you quite care about or someone who deserved better than that. We can all agree on that. But I think the one thing that I firmly believe, and whether it's like Dante was talking about, whether it's a sham or not, we need to find out a little more about this, and we need to see if this is what they're about. And when I look around this table, I don't see people that are gonna just let that happen and walk away. I see people that are kids, because at the end of the day, we are kids. I see kids like me who were scared when things went down the way they did, whether you'd like to admit it or not. And I know that it is very hard for me to get around campus because there's a lot going on, and I like to just stay in my little house, in my little road. But I would like, if anybody wants to figure out with me, I'm not gonna let this be. I'm gonna go looking.
I agree.
I
I
agree.
don't feel okay with letting this sit, letting this stand. And I think because it's so secretive, because it's so close to the vest, we're going to have to do a little bit more. It's going to take a little bit more than outside forces to break this down from the inside, if you get my drift.
So what do we have?
Lamar
joins
comes
the
over
party.
at that. Yeah, you're thinking of a counter-hegemonic force. It's a force inside the hegemonic force that acts as a counterpoint. Essentially, like you get in and you disrupt it from the inside.
Exactly.
So you're saying is that we all continue with this, get in and try to break it down from the inside.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm not doing
That's
that.
not what I'm
As-
saying.
I would like
That's
That's not what I'm
they
saying. Because
are
a lot of
all
people are
talking
okay
about this.
with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
As they're talking about this, Anaya's gonna slip away.
Yeah.
Y'all
You
can
do.
keep talking, but just
Yeah.
we see that.
let me check my passive really quick. Yeah, I notice it.
Roll a stealth check, actually, Anaya.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me get this sheet.
Oh damn! Let me get. Oh right, we're playing D
My
and
passive
God,
D.
we
is
were using a
14.
character sheet.
Oh, no,
damn.
let
Are
me
we
just-
playing D&D?
My passive
Is that what we're playing right
Yeah.
now?
Right. My passive
I
is
have
14
no-
if you need to passive perception.
Okay.
To beat it.
And I believe you have inspiration from episode 1. I think the only person that used their
Yes.
inspiration was Jay.
I think so.
And that's a
yeah.
D6,
And
right?
they got one directly after. So
That is an 18.
Okay.
hey,
Then
you
that
slip
was-
by. The feelings at the table as people pipe up for like what they're feeling towards actually getting into this group, doing more research, all of these feelings get too big, too loud, and like a normal college group that is more than 4 people, it gets a little rowdy for a second. You're able to slip away. Where would you like to go?
I'm going to go not to investigate that item. It's another booth, but kind of like a little hallway,
Yeah.
essentially. Like, I don't want to be in the dining area. Like, I want to be away because I'm going to.
Yeah. You.
Mhm.
Changing my music because this is important. You reach into your bag. You take a deep breath, close your eyes, reach your hand into the bag to see if this item is still there, if it wasn't a dream that it appeared to you, and
Mhm.
you feel it, very tangible on envelope. You take it out, you see it is still waiting for you. It is unopened. It is a thin black envelope with the Archanaia eye on it.
I'm going to open it.
You open it. It doesn't open like a normal letter. It slides out, and as it slides out and is exposed to the light from above, the words in script on the paper. And you read, "The eye has set its gaze upon you. You need not choose us, but we have chosen you. And soon, we will choose others as well."
Anaya's going to fold it back and put it just perfectly back together, slip it into her pocket, and just kind of. I think this whole time she's been very stoic. Anaya, when she talks, is outward and lively, but when she's quiet, I do think it's more of like a warmth. It's very contemplative. It's very open. It's a silence that encourages you to bask in it with her. This whole time has not been that. Anaya has been so cold this whole time because all her mind has been on this letter. And now that I think in a way she knew, she kind of had a feeling because she knows what her last thoughts were in that arena. She knows exactly what she was going to do. And she feels like the letter wouldn't have appeared to her if she wasn't willing to kill Lamar in that moment. So I think now that she has fully confirmed that theory, she is just like leaning back and really kind of taking in all that that means. All that that means of being that person, this person that all of her friends are deploring. They don't know. I mean, maybe some people do. Maybe some people know that they have that darkness in them, or that somebody else amongst them could be that person. But I think there's a part of Anaya that is
Yeah.
shocked that she is or
Yeah.
could have been. But there's another part of her that's not surprised at all. She knows exactly who she is
Mm-hmm.
and what she wants. And this is confirmation that she's walking in that right path. So I think she just kind of has this like moment of connecting with herself and touching base with herself.
You cling to the letter for a moment. You take another deep breath. Your back hits the wall, and if not for that stable found like the stable wall behind you, underneath your chest taking a breath, you would not know you were breathing. You would not recognize that your body was moving, that you were relieved in this moment. But back against the wall, you take one breath and you're reminded exactly where you are. You're reminded exactly who you are. And in some ways, not reminded, but confirmed in who you are. You see someone walks into the hallway. Um, Grayson has walked in the hallway looking for you. And he's going to. I need to make you specifically the only person I can see right now. God damn. Walks into the hallway. He sees you. He's going to also kind of lean so his back is on the opposite wall from you. You okay?
Are you?
Um,
They are eating you alive. Like, I have told you time and time again, you can't just roll with the punches. You gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta fire back.
uh, nah. I wish that I cared enough. They can roast me all they want. My actions show who I am. So, and I don't know. I don't need them to know me. You know me.
Yeah, I do.
How are, how's your mind, your heart, all of the things, I guess?
The thing I ask people is, how's your head? How's your heart? But close enough.
Yeah, I was trying to, yeah, you got me.
um, I'm okay. I I'm okay. Everybody's just so upset right now, and I get why. At the end, it was just me and Lamar. I didn't know what that meant, and you were down, and Xanther was down, and Soleil was down, and Dante, and like Amethyst. I've just met Amethyst, but she seems really nice. And Jay, I feel so bad for Jay. This is not. I don't know. So I'm just trying to. I can't feel guilty about this, you know? Like, I came here to be great, and if this is what it takes to be great, then I'm supposed to go through with it, right?
Uh, Listen, um, I thought so. I thought so. I, I had been told that's what makes you great. Making the choices no one else will make. Making the hard choices, making the difficult choices. I learned. I learned that those were the moments that we figured out who we are. And I really, I thought I'd be ready for it when it came.
Yeah.
I thought I would, you know, my dad always taught me to be ready for it. My dad was always ready for it, but I'm realizing nothing can prepare you, and that choice you can't you don't have to feel guilty for that choice. You chose what you thought was best in the moment. The same way I chose what was best for me in the moment, the same way we chose what was best for us doing this, the same way all of those other students that got called chose something tonight. We all made a choice. And I didn't choose right.
That's not what I asked you.
I didn't choose right.
I need you to tell me who you chose.
It wasn't you.
Did you choose Soleil? Can I roll an insight check?
You can absolutely fucking roll an insight check. Thank God we're playing D&D. goddammit.
I fucking dare you.
Try
I
us
dare it. I
racing.
fucking dare
Yeah.
it.
Try
I
us.
fucking
You
dare
don't
him. Please.
want
It's on.
this Dante and
It's
Soleil
on
on
site
against
for
you.
Wiz. It's on site for this Wiz. I promise
What
you.
did you get?
I promise
A
you.
dirty 20.
He's lying.
If
He's lying. You don't know if you cannot convey from a person's body language, behavior, the sweat on their brow. You cannot determine what their true answer is, but you look at him and you do see that he shakes a little when he says when you ask him if he chose you or who you chose. When you say the name Soleil, you see that the nod is instinctive, like a canned response rather than a true one.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What?
Can't choose my best. You can't.
How is this any different? We all made choices. I didn't know what was going to happen. I don't feel good about it, okay? And tomorrow I'm going to have to wake up and it's not a choice to feel good or to feel bad about what we just did. This is going to live with me.
It should.
It is going to live in my chest for the rest of my life. And if it's okay for all of them to look at me and you hear the things they say to me, it's okay for all of them to look at me and to wish and want me dead. And you know me. It's okay for them. And we're able to move forward with them. I want to be here for you. And truly, I wish I could be there for everyone, but none of them want me there. So I'm going to be here for you because I don't know if it's still true, but I want to be here with you because I hope that you care about me.
Oh no. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it together, but like, holy shit. Fuck.
We don't have to talk about this.
As Anaya is like sitting here and just listening to him and everything that he's saying, there's the undeniable fact that tonight Anaya sat with Dante and talked to him about, you should talk to Shuvadri. You should finally make a move, trying to encourage Dante. Only for a few hours later, say her name and watch her body drop.
Yep.
And how different is Anaya from Grayson in that moment?
He looks up at you. He says, listen, I know you. I don't know you completely. I don't think you want me to. That's fine. But you make the best choices for yourself. And it's not selfish. Not with the world we live in. Not at Strixhaven. Not in Akaya, not anywhere. We're all moving with as much information as we can. So I'm gonna use what I can to help figure this out. Because I've made my decision. If they choose me, I'm going to choose them.
I am too.
And okay, yeah. Then we can figure this out together. I work for the newspaper. I can try to see if there was any, like, previous seniors or something that did notes on, like...
Grayson. Yes, I would love to share information with you, and I would love your help with this. And right now, I hate to say it, but I care about you too. But I'm gonna try to figure this out with my friends.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And when I just need a little bit of time.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Okay. All the time you need. I'll be here. Yeah. He, if you don't stop him, will turn around and leave.
I won't.
And walk out of the hallway and walk out the front door. And that's where we're gonna put our little break.
Woo! God! Woo! Yo!
We need
Everybody came back and was like, whoa, like a whole, like a bomb was dropped. I want to be in on it.
Nothing.
Nothing. We're so we ended right on break.
Listen. Well, oh, he's like, about what?